Oh, I'm so on to something right now. I'm talking about what I've learned in this 5th year of residency. This 5th year has been so crazy. Like, it's just been crazy. I've been on surge path the whole time. I haven't grossed at all. I haven't had to do weekend grossing. I also haven't had to do frozens. And prior to this year, which again is a 5th year of training, I spent a lot of my time on surge path between just grossing or just doing frozens. Of course, on my frozens days, we were knocking out GI biopsies, and outside of my grossing days, I was previewing and signing out my cases. But there is something to be said about just pushing glass that I think is so important to training. You just don't know what you don't know. You don't, I cannot emphasize this enough. You really don't know. I have no idea what I don't know. These little bits of tumor staging summaries, you should actually read the whole thing beginning to end one time just to know what is on there and how it works. But so many times I've thought I've filled out the tumor staging summary like correctly, and it just been wrong during residency. Just wrong. And they would come and give me feedback. Oh, you forgot to put the Y on your PT's tumor staging summary. The patient was neoadjuvant, or you forgot to do this, and it just wasn't clicking. It wasn't clicking, and it was because I wasn't given the opportunity to let it click, because I was immediately going back to grossing or doing frozens. And being on just one service, I just got off of 4 weeks on GI. Being on just one service, man, are you able to get into the nuances of the day-to-day work? Truly, and that is so important when it comes to wording things for, say, liver biopsies that are pretty urgent. The way that you word things can completely alter what's happening next to the patient, even if you're seeing similar things in different cases. You have to put the story together. You have to do all of the things that they tell you to do, your attendings, over all of these years, that you kind of almost understand, to look at the chart, to look at the imaging, to look at the history, look at the old path reports, to see what did RADs think. You know, do they have a medical history of this? Are there antibodies even? Do they even make antibodies to the entity that we know is associated with smooth muscle or SMA, whichever one? It's just crazy. I have so much to say about this year, and this is not even what I wanted to say when I started. I wanted to say how, in order to get good at something, you have to know where your weaknesses are. And I didn't know where my weaknesses were. And I'm always asking for feedback. I'm not offended by feedback. I've been burned to the ground by attendings not liking parts of my personality while I was in med school because they don't like me. Whatever. You're bad. So you can't hurt me with your feedback, and I've asked for it and I've gotten feedback, but nothing as specific as what I've gotten in this very focused 4 weeks. Like, I finally was able to see periportal inflammation and be like, oh no, that's nothing. That's just normal. Which, if you remember doing GI biopsies, the first time you ever started doing GI biopsies, you probably remember how long it took you to appreciate the baseline inflammatory cells. It just seems like it's a lot. It's a lot. No, it's normal. No, it's normal. But now I know that normal amount that's normal around portal triads. And I didn't know that. I didn't know that, and I didn't even know that that was a thing, and I didn't even know that I didn't even know it. And looking at a lot of cases, this is like quickly. I'm coming into work at 6, not 6. Let's be real. I'm waking up at 5:30. That's not me. That's not me. But it's me right now because I'm also studying for boards. And I'm coming in to work, living my best life in the morning, and getting to work about 7:30 or so, skipping conference, which is at 9, or from 8 to 9. And then I'm looking at all of the cases, all of the major cases, all the biopsies for whatever service I'm on, GI, GU. In this last 4 weeks, it's been GI. I'm looking at all the cases and trying to be done with like medical liver included before 9:30. Because if I'm any later than that, then I can just totally slow down the whole flow of the day, and you have to order IHC, and some of these are stat livers, and I had to be fast, and I couldn't go fast until I started coming in earlier. And there was something about me that didn't put that kind of effort in when I was a resident that I wish I would have. Like, I thought I was working really hard in residency, and I know I was because I documented it. I was working hard, but I wish I knew where to put in the extra effort. Like, I think if I knew where to put in extra effort while I was on whatever service, or how to do it, or whatever, I think I would have done that and would have even blossomed further. But of course, my life trajectory in residency has been horrible, like truly horrible, but also so wonderful, so truly wonderful. I'm married now, but it's really been, it was a tough time. And now this year has been just really eye-opening to what it's like to be in real practice. And I don't want to forget all the things I've learned. Like, I know I can't go fast on lymph nodes. I had a case that had over 100 lymph nodes, and they were all negative, thankfully. But I had to go slow on them. You have to go slow on lymph nodes. You have to. Everyone's always told me that, but I've always rushed through them as a resident. And then during the last 4 weeks, I missed meds twice in the first week. One that was so obvious if I would have seen it with my eyes. Like, I don't even think I looked at that piece of glass. I probably just brushed it off. I was so embarrassed to miss it. And then 2 other ones were like tiny and in the corner, and the attending caught it because we were going slow. And now I've signed out with enough attendings to know what objective they get an overview of it on, and about how long they spend at that objective, what objective they screen on, slower, steadier, more focus on everyone, because they've probably missed them too. And I wasn't missing stuff like that as a resident, because you just don't get I didn't get the kind of feedback. If I did miss it and the attending found it, I don't think I ever got feedback about missing a METS in residency, but I did now, because I'm going faster, because I'm trying to see more cases. And I think that ultimately wraps up what I was trying to get across when I started, which was, in order to get good at something, you have to do it a lot. And I'll tell you what, I'm damn good at grossing, because I did a lot of grossing in residency. But it's not until now-ish, halfway through my 5th year of training, that I feel like I've pushed enough glass that I actually understand the nuances of the most important things. I hope that my experience is not representative of like everyone's experience. I don't know how other programs do it. I mean, I'm not disappointed with my training at my program. I just wish more of it would have been like this year. I am still a resident after all, so I will say that this has been the absolute best year of my training. I cannot express that, and I'm so grateful to have had this opportunity. It did not come without me missing so much time from being sick with COVID and a lot of other struggles, but by God, it's been it's been so cool. It's been awesome. And I'm excited because I have another year of fellowship that I'm just excited to do, and it's in general surgical pathology, because I want to do it all. My goal has not changed. I want to do it all. Like, be mad about it, whatever. Oh, wow, this is 10 minutes. Okay, so that's the life update, but I don't know. I guess I'll listen to this before I put it on, but I don't know if I'm going to edit it because I just haven't been updating, and I think I should just post whatever.